You currently locked into the coldest podcast in the land. It's your boy, B. Jones, a.k.a. Bolo, and you know when I'm pulling up to the porch. I can't pull up without my dog.
What's going on, y'all? It's your boy, Big Smitty, a.k.a. D-Nice. And you heard what Bolo just said, man. This is the porch. Welcome. What's going on, my guy, man? Hey, how you feeling?
I'm feeling great. Bless. You already know we can't get on the podcast unless we talk about God first. So I'm 10 toes. God is good. Crazy episode today. So the Porch family, everybody at Caffeine, y'all in for a treat.
Yes, you are, man. Hey, bro, I ain't gonna lie. I ain't never been nervous for one of our episodes. I'm nervous as hell today. I don't know why. I feel like we got the president on here. Like I'm just nervous today, bro. It's different.
And you know, we ain't never did a show where it was like, all right, let's run that back. Like, you know what I'm saying? Let's hope we just get through this one in one piece. That's all I'm saying.
Ain't no telling on what might happen, y'all. For our audio listeners, man, I know you guys can't see. We got our wives on the porch for the first time ever. And I'm going to get straight to it, man. We're going to introduce them the right way. Probably the two most special guests we've ever had on the porch in porch history. The queens of the castles. The one who make it all possible. The hot sauce to the chicken. The loves of our lives. It's our wives, Kayla and Chanel. Welcome to the porch. How y'all feeling?
You know, we're living good.
Yes.
What up, though?
We're gonna bring Detroit to the porch, man. So now we excited to have y'all here.
It's gonna be unique, man, because I feel like we're gonna have to warm up the porch just a little bit. Everybody acting all shy right now, but we're gonna have to warm up the pot a little bit, especially when we get into what we need to get into throughout the episode. They gonna feel like they have to say what they need to say. So we're gonna see.
Yeah, for sure. I see Kayla giving you that side eye right now. You better slow down, Bolo. Slow down.
I'm just trying to make it out of the episode in one piece, y'all. That's it.
You know what, real quick, man? I got to do a quick pivot. This was not planned on the rundown, but I got to bring this back up to the porch right now. Me and you have had like 2 or 3 debates in other episodes about Indiana chicken and Chicago chicken. We got Kayla on here. She's from Nap. She's from the West Side, but it's still Nap Town. We still family. I gotta ask you, Kayla, what chicken is better from your experiences? Is it Indianapolis or is it Chicago? Keep it real. Keep it real.
All right. So, y'all know I'm from Indy West Side. We got some bomb chicken, but I will say this. He took me to Uncle Remus and the shit was fire.
You thought it was gonna be something it wasn't, huh? You thought you was about to set me up for failure, huh?
Taylor done turned on the city.
You thought you was about to set me up.
B Swift is tuning in right now. She's turning on the city, y'all. God.
Look, the thing about it is, it was whole chicken. You know, here we got wings, little drummies. It was like a chicken leg, a chicken breast, and it had mild sauce on it. I'm like, oh, okay.
And the thing about it, because I know you quick to throw a rebuttal out there. It ain't just about the sauce at Uncle Remus. All right, you get the biscuits. They got good chicken. I'm talking about you don't even need the sauce to have the chicken. Don't make that expression.
If y'all need it, why y'all got it? Why every chicken spot got mild sauce in Chicago? Y'all got one go-to.
Compliment. If you wear a chain, right? You already got a cold ass fit on. You wear a chain to compliment your outfit. So I'm gonna get some sauce to compliment my chicken.
But every spot got the same chain. Every brother,
every spot got different types of sauces though. Like Uncle Remus sauce is different than Harold's chicken sauce.
Okay.
But all y'all mouth sauces are the same though.
Okay, but Harold's is nasty. So
Harold's like you cap.
Anyway, other than Uncle Remus.
So Uncle Remus is fire.
That's fire. But you know, in anything other than that, I'm coming home for the chicken.
Harold's chicken so good that D-Nell be copping it in LA. Porch family, y'all ain't know that, huh? D-Nell had Harold's chicken a couple times.
I ain't gonna hold you. I'm thinking about going there on Sunday to watch the games.
Come on. Damn, y'all damn near got the upscale Harold's chicken though. You only can order out the motherfuckers we be going to.
I mean, now the people that run it, they from Chicago.
So they probably got it's like a bar Harold's chicken.
It's like karaoke with a DJ.
Damn.
In Hollywood, pull up, y'all.
It wasn't
like only a walk-up spot.
In Chicago, we went to Chicago. That one was suspect as fuck. Just saying.
It was like your 23rd birthday or something.
It was something like that.
I forgot we went to Chicago one time.
Person in front of me.
You told me. Y'all look, y'all. For my Porch listeners and every people from Chicago, y'all, they went to the Harold's Chicken off 87th and the Dan Ryan.
87, yeah. Bro,
But that's one of the hot spots, 103rd, the one on Sangamon. But the one on 87 is usually, it used to be a staple. I ain't gonna cap and say I had it. I ain't had it in a while. But usually when I was in Chicago, if you wanted some good chicken, you got off 103rd or you got it off of, you know what I'm saying, 87th in the Dan Ryan. So, I mean, y'all got it back then. I mean, obviously to each his own. Sometimes, you know, it depends who cooking. It could be, you know, a bad day.
It was good though.
You know what I mean? But
it wasn't safe.
Yeah, it was good. It just we was in the hood though.
Part.
So like,
chicken was good, but it wasn't safe.
I know some shit when I see it. It wasn't safe.
I feel it. I feel it. Hey, ain't nothing like having that awareness around you. Like you got to be aware of your surroundings. You can't just be
somebody standing next to us. He wasn't even standing behind us. He was standing kind of next to
crackhead, yeah.
And see me, I don't like jittery people. So when you can't sit still, are you on crack or you finna rob me? Which one?
Oh, that's that Detroit, huh? That's Detroit coming out of you. That's the instinct.
I don't like fidgety people. Didn't like it.
You don't like that, baby? And speaking of Detroit, what's the best chicken in Detroit from your experiences growing up? Best chicken wings? Talk to us.
I mean, we don't. The only thing we had was Happy's Wing Dings.
Happy's Wing Dings.
Okay. Like on Sundays, we'll go to Ponderosa and get the bag of 50 or 100. But usually
y'all had a Ponderosa, right?
We did.
I ain't never had Ponderosa.
Happy's Wing Dings. So
Happy's Wing Dings. I think it was at Coney Island Wing Dings. They Wing Dings good too.
Like Coney is.
I hear about Coney Island all the time.
Coney dogs, chicken pita, wing dings.
Chicken pita sounds
stupid
right now.
Excellent. Coney is they got Coney's on every block.
Just be careful what Coney you go to.
That matters. But I feel like if you go to one in the hood, usually that's the best food though. Like that's where you're gonna get the best bang for your buck.
There aren't.
That part.
Is the chicken pita worth your life?
That's true. Shit, sometimes sometimes it's quick. Hey, call ahead, go ahead and get your bag and keep it moving. Shit.
Hey, some food is worth your life, Porch family. Some food is worth your life, man. So
you only can get it from one spot.
Man, but I think it's time to move into our first segment real quick for all our listeners. Make sure you are sharing this stream. Let all your friends know, your family, your cousin, your mama, your daddy, everybody, your auntie, everybody in the world needs to know. Be sure to follow us on all platforms at the Porch Podcast _ on Instagram. And we are everywhere. Spotify, Apple, you name it. Be sure to continue to share. But right now, it's time for the Porch News. Bolo, can you set us up?
Oh my God. So welcome to another episode of Porch News. So Porch family, get into this one, right? So there was a viral video of a woman proposing to her man, all right? It doesn't look like he gave an official answer to the proposal as he responded and saying, chill the fuck out and turn the music back on. So obviously, as far as the Porch, we hope that their relationship, finishes on a high note, but we do have to ask the Porch family and obviously our lovely wives here, is it okay for a woman to propose to her man?
Ladies first. We got to hear from y'all first.
Kayla, I'll let you go first.
Look, it's okay for people to do whatever they want, but for me, it's a hell no.
Just not me.
It's a hell to the hell no. Any shoes I have ain't even made for me to be getting down on one knee.
Come on.
For nobody.
Here she go.
For nobody.
Oh, say that one more time. The people in the back didn't hear that.
Look, any shoes I own, they're not made for me to get down on one knee at all. It's a hell to the hell no. No.
Chanel?
Now, see, it's
no, go ahead. Go ahead. Keep going.
It's just no, not for me.
Chanel, what about you? Would you propose to a man if you was a single woman? Could you see yourself going down on bended knee to the love of your life? Break it down.
I think that he told her, right, get your ass up. Because what the fuck are you doing? Are you on your knee? I don't care how much love I have. It's not doing it.
Okay, tell us why though. Like, what's the reason behind that? I'm just curious from a woman's perspective.
For me, I think women love men, right? Women love men. They can show us much love. But I think your man ultimately is going to be the person to decide if he wants to do this forever or not. Right. So I feel like for me, it gives off like I'm forcing you. You haven't shown me that you want to marry me, so I'm going to get down on one knee to see if you love me enough.
But why couldn't the man feel like they're like forcing a woman's hand? Like, what's the difference?
I think just in a relationship, women typically those are conversations like you have. You kind of get a vibe that that's what somebody wants. We're a little bit more vocal on that point, so where we say, okay, this is what we want. We're interested in getting married, but men typically aren't that vocal. So they're listeners, right? So the women are talking, the men are taking that in, and then they're like, okay, perfect. She wants this, I want this, boom. But to me, I don't think it's.
Now, Ben Bolo, he got that look in his eye.
So let me just set the record straight though, that I do agree. I think men should propose, but I'm gonna play devil's advocate in this situation because I find it highly strange that women always say that we can't genderize something where it's like this is not a man's responsibility or this is not a woman's responsibility. Like it should be like an equal thing where everybody can do everything, right? You know how certain situations where women, say don't genderize this, like women can do that too. So why do you want to genderize the specific point of somebody proposing? You know what I mean? You want a woman to run the household. You want a woman to do all these other things that men can do. Why can't a woman get on one knee and propose?
He's speaking facts, right? You can't pick and choose.
Yes, you can.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes, you can. You sure can. Yes, Why the hell is you on your knee? Why?
Why not?
Why?
If I'm really that dude, you really love me and you want me to be with you the rest of your life. Am I not worthy?
If you listen to the example, you will see why women shouldn't be on one knee. If he wanted you, if he thought you were wife material, you wouldn't be on your knee. He'll just ask you. You wouldn't have to ask. If you have to ask him, you ain't it. So why are you trying to get on your knee and force something that if he wanted it, you wouldn't be on your knee?
I respect that. And again, I agree with you, Bolo, too. Like
get up, Chrissy.
Jim Jones and Chrissy, man. For those you don't know, I forgot Chrissy did propose to Jim Jones.
Oh yeah, I remember that shit.
Yeah, that's a throwback.
And look what happened.
These are a couple examples. See, first of all, I agree with y'all. Like, of course, I'm more traditional in the sense that a man should go down on one knee, take that lead position as a man, and honor that woman, and ask her. But again, kind of touching on what Bolo said, today's world is different. Like women have a lot more power than they've ever had in their lives, which is a great thing, of course. When it comes to the workforce, when it comes to just anything, women are doing it even better than men in a lot of ways, making more money, take care of themselves, etc. So I just feel like the traditional way of things in a lot of areas have changed. So I just think that, again, I'm still more traditional, but I can't speak for the entire world. So where I'm really like seeing that video, I'm not as surprised to see a woman take, going down on one knee because it's just so much has just changed nowadays. And I don't know, like it ain't for me, but when I think about it, it's like, what's the big deal? Like in the grand scheme of things, if the man would have said yes and they got married, okay, like what? It's the same outcome. You know what I'm saying? Like I think we're so used to handed her a ring the same way that him a ring. Right. It's like we're scared to change because like it's always been this way, so keep it this way. But we had that same mindset with a lot of other crazy BS. Then we'd be in some bad positions.
Is one of the things that don't need to change.
I respect that.
You know what I mean? Like just because the woman is like a career woman and she making money and she making moves and all that other stuff, that's good. Good for you. That don't mean you need to be on one knee.
I got you.
Just saying, it's not a thing. It's not your place.
But it's our place. Okay, I got you.
It is. It's your place. One knee.
So what y'all saying is that women make the decision when they want to be in charge, when they want to take the back seat, when they want to have the responsibility, when they don't want to have the responsibility. So y'all just run the world, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Who run the world?
You
girls.
That part,
Man,
how did y'all introduce us?
The world was built on our backs by men. I'm just playing, y'all. Don't. Hey, the world crazy, y'all. I retract that whole statement. Look, get jumped on.
You gotta be careful what you say.
Man, oh man. Hey, we definitely want to hear from the Porch family what y'all think, man. Sounds like you said, women are running things. They pretty much do what they want. They choose what they want to do, and that's that. But we'd love to hear from the rest of our Porch family and friends to hear y'all opinion. So, but Bolo, what we got next in Porch News?
Next, we got in Porch News. Get into this, Porch family. 3 South Florida nursing schools sold thousands of fake degrees for $15,000 each. So some of those nurses went on to get RN jobs without being properly trained, right? So I don't know about y'all, but what are y'all thoughts about having somebody take care of you that doesn't have a legitimate degree or the certification to do the job?
Chanel, I feel like you got to take this one first. Obviously, you are a registered nurse. Like, this sounds crazy to me. You know what I mean? Going to a hospital.
I got one word for this.
All right, talk to us.
Florida.
What Charlamagne say?
What do you say? What do you say, Bolo?
Charlamagne say all the craziest people in the world come from the Bronx or Florida. Like, hands down.
That is true. Every time I see a crazy video, not the sidebar, but like every time I see a crazy video, 9 times out of 10, it's in Florida. Like all this, it's crazy. I don't know what they're doing down there, but tell me what's your take though? Like people are spending $15,000 to get fake degrees and are actually getting jobs. Like, I don't know, that's crazy to me.
I mean, I don't know. I guess my question would be, okay, so when y'all interviewing these people, y'all don't go online because your license is public. You can look anybody license up. It don't matter if it's a healthcare profession, a hairstylist license, you can look it up. So what are y'all doing in these interviews? Because you can go to
the employer, right?
Your shit. Yeah, you can go to an interview. You can talk your shit. You can Google some shit and sound smart, but they still gotta look you up, do background checks, make sure your license is valid, make sure you don't have like disciplinary actions on your license and stuff. So I'm really trying to figure out, because like, I mean, what were you doing? I don't understand that. That doesn't make sense to me. Somewhere along the line, some fuckery going on.
And that's a good. I wonder
like, how does that even?
Yeah, I wonder. Are the people who's hooking them up with the degrees or whatever? Are they also plugging them in to the system to where if you do look them up, it says valid? That's a question.
Yeah, but even going that far, like you still have to have. I guess I can speak for me. You have to have resumes, and when I put on my resume, you have their email, their phone number, and people communicate. They will ask like, "Oh, Chanel used to work for so and so. Like, how was she on the floor? Is she professional?" She's like, if you're not doing those checks, I don't really know.
Interesting.
That's kind of weird to me. People have other experiences.
Kelly, your mom is a nurse, right?
She's a nurse, yeah, for 30 plus years.
Yeah, so I would love to hear your perspective on it as well. I mean, this is crazy.
Yeah, like Chanel said, this shit is insane. Like, and the fact that people were hired and somebody was in their care, where you have to, and Chanel can speak to this, you have to know when somebody's blood pressure's high, when somebody is, they're doing things where you're like, okay, it looks like they might be about to code or whatever. I'm not a nurse. I don't, but it's like you giving people these license and then expect them to keep somebody alive.
That's what I was gonna say. Like, what if like they go back and audit all of the hospitals and stuff that had the RNs and figure out like who died, and then like what were like the cases of like why somebody died, and it fuck around be because of some of these RNs that don't really know what they're doing, maybe giving somebody the wrong medicine or too much medicine or whatever the case is. Like, I mean, they probably got a couple people killed. Probably, I would say. I would imagine it's been this long.
Or just or at least got worse condition than when they came in, and
but
like
you know what?
Right.
Come to think about it though, like I'm trying to be careful what I say, but
it's the Porch, baby. We don't
during this like pandemic time, there's been a lot of questionable shit. You know what I mean? Like especially when they forced everybody to get the vaccine, it was kind of like people was making like, okay, I'm quitting, I'm done with bedside, I'm doing something else. Like the shortage of nursing was different. You know what I mean? The demands they put on the staff, not just the nurses, the doctors, everybody. So it's different. So I can see where this came into play, like scheming and stuff. But I mean, can we scheme on something else? Let's not do this with
that part.
Yeah. Like you can do a whole bunch of finessing in a whole bunch of areas, but we can't be finessing with people's care.
Not that smart to
even know
the patient.
We just don't know. We don't know what's going on.
They just assume that and they'll just come in and let you do anything to them. They don't ask, who you are, nothing. So that's kind of an unfortunate thing. That's horrible.
Damn.
Yeah. Real, man.
But like I said, Florida.
In Florida,
y'all, man, get y'all shit together, man. Like Bolo Chanel just said, you can scheme on a lot of different things, man. I used to sell Fire Sticks back in the days, man. 2 for 1, bomb for 40, 7 for 80. You know what I mean? I can say it now, man. Plausible deniability, we good. So my thing is, listen. Okay, so don't say that, man.
Silly, man. Oh my god,
man, oh man. But y'all let us know what y'all think, Porch family, and Bolo. We got some more news, don't we?
Got some more news. Last news of the day. I think this one is pretty fun to talk about. Want to get y'all thoughts on it. So you won't believe this. Okay. So there was a sailor from the Dominica who was lost at sea for almost a month. Okay, y'all, whole month lost at sea in the middle of nowhere, but thankfully survived by eating ketchup, drinking seawater scooped up in a cloth, and he was just wringing it out and drinking it and using it as water. So give us your thought. Like, what's your reaction to somebody obviously surviving 1 month off of seawater and a condiment? And what do you think you would use if you had one condiment or whatever type of sauce there could be in water? Like, what would you be able to use to survive for an entire month?
I gotta jump in first, bro. First of all, I mean, hey, shout out to him. He's a survivor, literally. Like, to be able to, I probably would have lost my mind, bro. Like, thinking about being lost at sea by myself, no way to talk to anybody else. You're probably thinking like it's a wrap. Like, after a couple of days, you're like, man,
I'm out of here.
You know what I'm saying? It's a wrap. So the fact that he stayed mentally strong enough to even survive, shout out to him. And man, ketchup, bro. I'm a ketchup fan, but it's not my favorite condiment. You know what I mean? Hot sauce definitely number 1. Barbecue sauce number 2. Ketchup probably number 3, but I do like ranch. But I'm gonna put ketchup in front of ranch, but it's a close one. I think I can live off hot sauce and a motherfucking orange Gatorade. I think I can live off that.
But bro, you think you can live off just like, I get the condiments, obviously it's your choice, but hot sauce though.
Yeah, bro. If I had some unlimited Frank's Red Hot, it's a wrap. I mean, I'm drinking like Kool-Aid. Bro, Frank's is good as hell.
You'll be shitting out fire.
No, for real, it'll be bad, bro. Like, remember, that's the only thing you eating. Like, that's the only thing. Like, that shit is going through your spirit.
But look, Buddy probably cold as hell. Like, he at sea.
You talking about he cold.
So you need some hot sauce to kind of keep his body insulated and keep it warm. Listen, y'all, hot sauce, seawater, hot sauce Gatorade. That's my 2.
Diarrhea, your ass on fire.
I'm alive though.
And you alone?
I'm alive though. What would you get then? Like, what's one condiment?
I would not be out there, first of all. But shit, me, I don't know what.
By myself though.
He's a saver though, so that's like his job.
No.
But in the event you was out there. Yeah.
Damn, what condiment?
Talk to us.
I thought of hot sauce too, but no. I have to stick with the ketchup. I'm sorry.
You doing ketchup too?
Because like what else? Either ketchup or mustard.
Hell no, mustard have you nah. Mustard too sweet. Mustard is
tart, like
yeah, tart, yeah.
Bitter, like.
Yeah, but like
I thought you would say Cholula.
Ketchup could be really like thick and sweet, and I don't know. I think it's a texture thing for me. After a while, I'm just like, I don't want this sweet ass. What is it? I don't know.
Kayla, what you doing?
No.
What you doing, Kayla?
Ranch.
Ooh, you with the ranch?
You got a little dairy, you know, that get your body. Don't you need a little dairy? Get some calcium, and then you got a little flavor. I'm damn near picking ranch.
Hey, ranch by itself though, kind of crazy, Kayla. Like ranch, you need some ranch.
You can just.
But I don't like ketchup. Like, I mean, I'm more like a mustard person. I know I can do mustard. So ranch is like my next best thing.
But let me hit y'all with this though. So like, obviously it's a hypothetical scenario, but like, how was he eating the ketchup? Did he have a ketchup package? Then that way you can just quantify, you know, how you eating your ketchup. So he got maybe 2 packets a day. But if you got like a bottle, you know, you don't know how to portion control. So he probably had 2 or 3 packets a day, just splitting them open, drinking them bitches, and you know, he good. You know what I mean?
And the more I'm thinking about Bolo, I think I would just die.
No, I was just like,
yeah, bro. Cause I'm thinking about that shit. Fuck no.
I'm fuck around, just jump in the water. I can't swim, so I fuck around, drown.
Ain't no damn way.
Mentally, you wouldn't be there after like 3-4 days.
Yeah, it'll be a wrap. A month.
You wouldn't. Hope would be gone. Prayers would be gone. You'd be crying.
That's a lot of faith.
A lot of faith.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm from Post Road, though. I'm from the Far East Side. So I think I probably would have went through all my emotions the first 48 hours. I would have been sad, crying, feeling bad for myself.
We all from somewhere. It don't matter.
But I'm from Post Road. It's different. You would have been crying. You from Detroit. You know what I mean? I'm from Post Road. Day 4, I would have been, you know what, Darnell? Stop being soft. You know where you from. I would have went in there, grabbed some fishes in the water.
I thought about fishing.
Come on now.
But you gotta think, bro. When you lost in the middle of the sea, though, bro, ain't no fishies over there. You ain't about to be fishing in the water when that shit deep as fuck.
Eat some sharks.
Yeah, you gonna try to catch a goddamn dolphin or something. You ain't about to catch no damn.
Tear that motherfucker up too. Some fried dolphin when you hungry.
Y'all tweaking. I'm gonna go ahead and give me some queso, nigga.
No. Time out. That don't
condiment, nigga. I put cheese on everything.
Queso ain't like queso is
cheese ain't a condiment. I can't put cheese on. I put cheese on everything.
That's like a meal.
Nah,
cheese?
not a meal.
I just had guacamole like a few minutes ago.
It's like a snack or a part of an appetizer. It's not. No.
If you would say guacamole or if you would say cheese, I'm gonna say some.
Don't count.
I'm gonna say hot fries or some shit like that. Then.
Okay. I'm taking Sweet Baby Ray's.
Ooh, okay.
I'm taking Sweet Baby Ray's. I'm pouring it on the little cloth that got wet, and I'm just biting on it and shit like I'm eating a meal or something, and sucking the juice out of it and shit, so I can really feel like I'm eating something. It's all mental, y'all.
Now you getting hydrated and you eating the food.
You know what I'm saying?
I like your answer the most.
It's like damn near like chewing gum. Like if you chewing gum suppresses your appetite. So if I pour a little barbecue sauce on a cloth and chew on it, I'm gonna think I'm really eating something.
That's just like chewing gum. You chewing gum and your body thinking that you about to eat some shit and you're not about to eat a damn thing. So you fucking yourself up just a little bit.
By day 7, that day 7, that towel gonna taste like a damn barbecue baby back rib. It's gonna be so damn good. Day 7, you like,
That's called hallucination.
That nigga gonna be eating towels when he gets saved.
For real. You're gonna be shitting cloths. It's gonna be bad.
That's real.
Be folded up crying, and that'll be the end of me.
That's real, man.
That's funny as fuck.
But yeah, on the shout out to him though. We're so glad he got found. He survived. He made it away. And
let us know in the comments, man.
Yeah.
Let us know what you grab one thing, one condiment. You're in the middle of nowhere in the ocean. Like what you bringing with you? You got to bring some, and let's not hear the easy excuse of just dying, because we don't want you to die. We want you to live and take one condiment with you.
Right. Let us know, man. Let us know. But switching gears here, another interesting topic. Definitely want to, hear the ladies' opinion on this. So I saw a clip online from another podcast where the guys were debating about P. Diddy's son, King Combs, and about some other kids as well being Nepo babies, basically short for nepotism. And obviously for our fans who don't know what that means, is basically, being born or just being connected to people of power or influence to basically help you get into opportunities and sort of skip the line, so to speak. So I want to ask you, you guys this, like, do you think it's a problem with nepotism? Personally, I don't think that. I'm going to be real. People know me. My first opportunity to get out here, I got put on. Call a spade a spade. I didn't have the background for Fox Sports. I didn't go to school for TV. I have a business degree. I got put on, but once I got put on, best believe I worked my ass off to learn the business, the system, and I've been blessed with other opportunities. So me personally, I don't see a problem with it, because in the Black community, I think like that's the goal. You two, your parents, right? I'm sure that your goal is to provide a better life for your kids than you guys had growing up, and kind of keep that system going. So if you have some type of power or influence as a parent or whoever, family member, why not put your kids, nieces and nephews in a better position to succeed, especially as Black people? We already kind of behind in the race. And be real, this is what white people been doing forever. So to me, it just makes sense. But I guess I kind of understand the other side, because growing up, I was a little bit, different mindset. I've made comments saying like, oh, he got handouts, or he didn't work hard for that, or things like that. So I get the other side, but now that I've kind of got a little older, I'm more on the side of nepotism. But want to hear what y'all think.
I agree with you. I'm 100%. I mean, I'm with you, Danielle. Other races have been doing it for years, and we're the only ones that aren't. You can think, oh, he's a Da Vinci brother, or he's in the Da Vinci family. And then you're like, okay, that makes sense of why he got that job or why he's at this position. And frankly, I think we should be doing the same. I mean, because if you can, why not? And my like for example, if my mother's a nurse and I want to be a nurse, I have to do the work to get the degree, and then she can put me on. So I don't think necessarily as far as like a handout, but I do think if you can help somebody, why wouldn't you? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I agree. I agree. In that same note, I kind of go on both sides. On the one side, where I do think nepotism is something that should be continued to be pushed in our community just because of the climb and pull effect. Like there's a lot of people that obviously the climb and pull effect is like, as you continue to climb, bring somebody with you. Right. And then they do the same thing. So it's that domino effect of people growing. But obviously you look around, you think about everybody has accomplished something. It's because of relationships. It's because of resources and things like that. So being able to rely on that definitely helps you get to another part of your life that you really want to get into. Right. So I definitely agree with that. And I definitely think as Black people, you know, we got to continue to get out of that crab barrel mentality of like, oh, I just want to be the only one up here. Like, bring your son up here, bring your cousin, like, bring your friend. Like, everybody want to grow, everybody gonna get this money, and everybody gonna succeed. But at the same time, you gotta have the intangibles though, right? So, like, if I'm putting you in a position to be successful, even if you don't have the experience needed, you still got to be showing great strides to get that experience or to acquire whatever skill that is needed. Because if you in this position for 3 or 4 years and you now fucking up the bread where I could have hired, you know, 3 or 4 people who had experience for this position, well, then now the nepotism side of things is starting to like mess a lot of stuff up. Yep. And we've seen situations where obviously people do put their family on and stuff who's underqualified, and some people just take the back seat and just coast because they're in that position. So in that light, I do think, you know, nepotism is not the greatest, because you get a lot of people who are qualified for specific positions to get in the door, but they can't get the job because somebody else took the job that maybe just knew who the manager was or was kin to that manager. And this girl who's been working to be this nurse, going to school, working all these hours and getting this, what's it called, Chanel, when you go to the hospitals, but you're not a nurse yet? All of the clinicals and all of that stuff. Yeah. Like, you can get that, you can get all that stuff, and then it could be, you know, thrown in the dirt because somebody knows somebody, and then now somebody's getting hired over you. So that's, to that light, I think nepotism is bad, but I'm always for, you know, obviously climbing and pulling though.
That's a good point. What you think, Chanel?
I want the handout.
Ain't nothing wrong with it.
I mean, I guess I'm kind of, I mean, everybody works hard. So we will all love that. Like, okay, I know somebody pull me up, get me on, because we do every day. We work very hard. So like when you connect it like that, you don't necessarily, I'm not going to say he don't have to necessarily work hard, right? Because at some point you do have to show like, okay, this person is likable. This person will sell. Like, you know what I mean? Right. You do have to have that, but he don't have to work as hard. Right. You know, he got the face, he's Diddy's son and blah, 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 all that other stuff. But yeah, him pull me up. Yeah, I'm tired.
Now, I would say though, I was telling Kayla about this earlier though. Like, you think about Bronny, you think about Diddy's son. Even if they're really good at what they do, and they may have, you know, their skill set may have gotten them to that point on their own, they will never get that 100% credit just because they have a backing of a mogul. You know what I'm saying? Right. So it's almost harder for them. Because even if they work extremely hard, somebody always gonna say that's Diddy's son. Somebody always gonna say that's LeBron James.
Gonna be compared. You always
right.
They have a different struggle.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's a good point. Somebody else they brought up during that clip was I can't remember his actual name off the top of my head, but Denzel Washington's son.
Oh yeah,
was brought up as well. The thing about him that's very interesting is, like, I'm sure obviously being Denzel's son, he's got some help, but I thought he's kind of separated himself a little bit. Like, I don't know, it feels like he doesn't like rely on Denzel as much, or even like doing his interviews, during his movies. It's almost like he's trying to go a different lane than his dad, even though he's still acting, of course. But the type of movies that I've seen him in, when I hear him talk, it's almost like he's trying. It's like what you said, Bolo. Being someone, a family member or son of someone of stature, they're always going to, you know, take away that credit from you. So in a way, I feel like someone like him is trying to move in his own lane, so to speak, to remove that as much as he possibly can. It'll never be 100%, because at the end of the day, your parent is your parent, you know?
Right.
But hey,
I didn't even know that was his son. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, at first I didn't.
No clue that was his son.
Right. And I think he really good too. Like,
he legit.
He's really good. But I think, I mean, like I said, you're gonna always struggle. He's trying to have his own identity, his own career. He don't want to be known as Denzel's son. So he's separating himself, because that's a lot of pressure. Everybody know Denzel is like, you know what I mean? Yeah. So he really just want to be his own self. Yeah. He don't want to be Denzel's son. He want to be, this is what I am.
Even
so, I mean, I didn't know that was his son.
I didn't at first. I didn't know.
What do you do?
The first one, John David. That's his name. John David Washington. Yeah.
Sidebar, did y'all know that Denzel's real name is pronounced Denzel?
You lying, Kayla, right now.
Swear to God.
Where? He said Denzel was just like a nickname of what like people called him, but like his real name, how you pronounce it, is Denzel.
Like Denzel, just one
He's
Denzel.
named after his daddy.
Why do black people always got to be so extra?
So
Denzel.
extra. My
Hey,
name is
Denzel. He down the street.
Yeah.
Denzel.
Denzel.
Now he gotta be
Hey,
Denzel.
if that nigga name was Denzel, I bet he probably wouldn't have put out Training Day. He wouldn't put out John Q. He probably wouldn't put
That's
out
a
American
fact.
Gangster.
Like
I feel like Denzel just gives you that name to like you that nigga at what you do.
No,
got-
it's just black people. They Denzel. We put
but
the
you ain't gotta always put a
Rapunzel,
spike on some
Rapunzel.
shit. Your name is what your name is, Denzel.
Denzel.
You know?
No. He said
Name Denzel,
Denzel
I'ma
was
call
the
him
original.
Denzel.
We added a spice to call it Denzel. It's split. We added the spice.
But it's
Right,
not like
right.
Denzel is Denzel.
He said it's Denzel.
Oh, he's extra as fuck. No.
He didn't name himself.
Uh,
Hey man,
No.
but I feel you though. If his name was Denzel, ain't no way he would have this amount of.
ain't no way.
success.
Ain't no way he getting casted for Training Day.
Bro,
Ain't no way
I'm
he
a
playing Malcolm X.
I'm a firm believer in names though, like holding weight. Like who you name your, like for
Don't get him
example,
started. Please don't get him started.
LeBron. We didn't know any LeBrons down there before LeBron. Not too many at least. I didn't know Carmelo. Obviously, I'm sticking to sports right now, but like a lot of these names like are kind of unique and it equates to success. Now it's not 100%. You know, you got your Dwayne's and things like that, but there's something about names, man, that just lead to. So my name Darnell Smith. I knew from the jump I was fucked up. I said I'm gonna have to get out the mud to get this money. Darnell Smith, Brian Jones. You gotta get out the mud. It is what it is.
Because I could be white, I could be Mexican, I could be a black dude.
Brian Jones.
You're blessed though. Caleb Battle. My shit came out.
Now battle, battle. That's something, Kayla. I don't know no battles but you.
You see what I'm saying?
Damn. Chanel kind of unique. Chanel, because you spell it a little differently.
Not unique.
Well, you spell it differently though. Chanel got two L and an extra E at the end.
Worse is I went from one white name to another.
What you
Went from
mean?
Daniel
Oh,
Smith. Didn't make a
Oh
difference.
damn, yeah,
Yeah.
Smith.
Didn't make a difference.
Yeah, Smith is the whitest last
I'm not
name.
going anywhere.
So
Smith and Jones so damn common, man.
Yeah, it's too common.
Ah, damn, it's about a billion Brian Joneses in the world. I'd be mad as fuck. That's why I'd be like, my name be Jones. Call me Bolo. My name is not Brian.
right. I don't know. Right, bro. I don't never say my real name on the porch. I'm like, it's Big Smitty, aka D Knight, aka D Nail. I ain't never said Darnell on the porch ever.
Nigga be like, let me look up this nigga Darnell. It'd be about 30 million niggas pop up. Funny as
Hey,
fuck.
you gotta be specific with my shit. Darnell Smith, Ball State, Indianapolis.
No, for real. Hey, when niggas looking up they shit on Google, niggas gotta type in the whole sentence and shit. Brian Jones, Ball State, number 29, August 15, 2012. Motherfucker. Hella shit.
Tropicana Bowl.
Nah, for real. You gotta type in all that shit.
Damn.
I be having hella niggas pop up when I put my name in that bitch.
Right.
That shit.
Bro, growing up, every time I type my name in, it was just like Mexican dude would pop up who was in prison. Like big swole motherfucker he got this shit braided right here. I'm telling you, he damn if I Google right now, it probably still pop up. Every single time, man. Some dude named Darnell Smith. So yeah, man. For all the people who are planning on having kids, hey man, that name's very important.
Very
That
important.
name's very important. Me and Chanel got a couple creative names whenever we decide to go in and pop that first one out. So
Okay.
Um,
Okay. I think that's a perfect segue, my bro.
It is, man. Well, yeah, you two have two amazing young boys. You know what I mean? You are parents. First of all, just talk to us. What is it like to be parents? We need some education because we're thinking about going ahead and, letting loose, but I'm a little nervous. She's definitely nervous. I just want to hear from y'all from two parents who've been doing it. Keep it real. It's the Porch, Kayla Battle, Kayla Jones. It's the Porch.
Look,
Tell
please.
the truth, please.
Look.
They sleep right now. Let me quiet down.
Go ahead and have them kids.
Go ahead and do it. Go ahead and do it.
That's
Go
not what I
ahead and have them
expected.
Kids. I mean, my thing is this. I feel like kids are precious. They are they're my world. But people be fucking lying when they say that your life don't change. It will absolutely change.
100%.
It will absolutely change.
Or at least slow down, if
Like,
anything. Like,
you was doing 80 and the 60 fucking ticket, married with your girl. Now we in the carpool lane. We in the carpool lane with our hazards on. We're slowing it.
listen to the Coco Melon. Like
We're slowing
this.
it down, okay?
But I will say though, it is one of those things where when your kid gets to an age where they identify who you are and you can talk to them and stuff like that, it's probably one of the best feelings in the world that I never will want taken away though. Like when you think about it in hindsight, I think it is just like anything that you have that's new. It's hard work. Like it's a lot of time investment. I mean, she probably know more than I do. Obviously women always end up bearing the load and doing the most. I will give women credit on that because I do know a lot of new moms and moms that, obviously millennial moms and stuff, they even moms back in the day, not even millennials, but they just naturally just bear most of, everything with the kids. So
especially early on too, I would assume.
Yeah, 1,000%. But I just think though, overall though, it is a great time. Like there are a lot of things, kids getting sick and stuff you got to go through, which is life. But I do think it has to be a collective decision where you have to have a thought out process of how you're going to do what you're going to do. Like you just can't get up and just go to the grocery store, or you just can't get up and just do things like that. Like you still can, but like I said, it's going to slow things down just a little bit. It's more effort in that process. So you just got to be prepared for it. And I think sometimes, there are people who, we're blessed enough to, be in a position to, have 2 kids and be comfortable with doing that and still being able to have a great life. But a lot of people just rush into the situation or get into the situation and didn't know. And, it turned out to be like, oh my God, like, it's like they get smacked in the face by life. Cause like you're raising a human being and everything that they do, is depending upon you. Like, their life they're relying on you as far as life until they get 18 years old. Right. So until you understand that, that's when you should have a kid, you know what I'm saying? But overall though, it is fun. It's great. It's a lot of time investment, but it's worth it though.
Real quick, so this question just came to my mind. You made a good point. Like they're literally relying on you for everything pretty much until they're 18 for sure, but even past 18. I mean, when you're 21, 22, I remember I was that age, I was still asking my parents for advice and just, stuff like that to this day, you know what I'm saying? But do you guys feel like having kids in a way kind of like made y'all better as individual people?
Oh yeah. I mean, you got to think these kids wake up and their eyes are on you all day. They're on you, they're watching you. And then you also have this desire to just be better, like somebody important for them, right? So he's like it can be anything, like, oh, my mommy does this, or you see them, if they're mocking you, you want to do positive things so that when they're mocking you or doing things like you, it's encouraging. I mean, it can be anything from just like your hygiene improving. Now that's something small, but like you're showing them to wash their hands, how to use the bathroom, how to shower, how to to just do daily life things. So I feel like kids absolutely make you better people. I mean, because those are your people, literally. Like those are me and his people. Like we made those little people. So it's like you want them to be the best people on earth.
1,000%. And this will fuck you up. So like when you think about a kid, I read something where they said kids are actually the most intelligent beings on the planet because they don't know what they don't know. So they soak up everything like a sponge. Us, like our brains are wired to have filters on it. So we kind of can know what's wrong. We can kind of know what's good, things like that. So we're able to make those cognitive decisions based upon what we've seen or, have that conscious. Kids don't have that. So kids are literally just going for it and doing everything in their power. And most people, like, you're the most powerful when you don't have the thought process of something slowing you down, right? So when kids get older, like my son, he's 3. He's soaking up everything. He's watching your every move. I wear hoodies around the house. My son want to come on. He want to put a hoodie on his head, right? I watch football. He like, Daddy, I want to watch football, right? So everything that we do, right, is like something that my kid is gonna soak up, and you may not even think he's watching you or she's watching you, but he's watching you, she's watching you, and she's taking in that game. She's putting all that stuff in her memory bank, and out of the blue, he or she is just gonna start spitting all that stuff out, and you're gonna look back and be like, where did you get that from? Like, how do you know this? Like, right. So it's important to just try to always just be the best you know what I mean? That way it just translate, you know what I'm saying? So, full circle right there.
Hey, our kids gonna be clown, man. We got to learn how to filter some of the stuff we be saying around the house before we get some kids in here.
We still working on it.
Being the spelling bee champs, y'all gonna be like that BITCH, man.
I'm telling you,
spelling. We be spelling, y'all. We be spelling.
Hey, be in the crib arguing but spelling the whole time.
Spelling real.
Like, shut the FUC down.
I mean, that's part of the reason why I'm like, kids for me.
Not yet.
I'm not at that stage. Yeah. I'm not, and I'm very honest about that. Yeah.
And that's okay.
Yeah. And I told her it's cool.
It's not even like, oh, you immature or nothing like that. It's just that I'm grown and I'm used to operating
how you move. Yeah.
And to have a little me.
And we gonna definitely have a girl too. I just know how God is. And cause she wants the boy, I'm kind of indifferent. I don't even trip.
You having a girl. You too damn strong. You gonna have a girl.
I'm gonna have a girl.
You gonna have a girl, bro.
I was gonna say this to the end, but since we on the topic,
girl, I do not want a little Chanel.
I gotta ask y'all, what's the key to having a boy, man? Y'all got 2 boys.
Tell me.
Y'all undefeated right now. Is there a secret code? You know what I mean? Like, did y'all like? I don't know. Y'all get the details. I'm just saying, how y'all get 2 boys, man?
I want to say, if you on top, if a man is on top,
okay,
you more likely to have a boy.
Let me get my pen real quick and write this down.
You know what I'm saying? That's just what I'm thinking. I think it's a lot of different tricks and stuff to it, but I just think if a man is on top, I don't know, fellas, like you listening, women, y'all listening, just think about the night that, your son or, your daughter was conceived. Like, what position were y'all in? You know what I mean? Because, like, I got 2 kids. Like, I want another kid, but I really want a girl, right? So go ahead and school us on how to get the girl so we can just make sure that our next one can be a girl.
You know what? That makes sense, though. Like, if the man is kind of in a control position, so to speak, it makes sense why the boy will pop out.
Are y'all really?
So you want the girl, and then the girl kind of all right, lay back. I got this tonight, and then you gonna have little Kayla gonna pop out. Okay.
You
gonna try that?
Hey, but I will say, Chanel mentioned something that was pretty good. It's like, don't let the world control when you should have a child. I think there's so many situations where society and the world puts these like timelines on when you should have a kid and stuff like that. And obviously a woman does have, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like how their body, like you would want to have it at a decent age.
Like a clock, so to speak.
Yeah, like a clock, like a body clock. But at the same time, like don't rush something that you ain't ready for, because one thing I do know, and obviously this will get into the marriage side.
Yeah.
How you want to flip it, turn it, saute it, flip it in the oven, however, it's definitely going to put a strain or some type of transition on your marriage, though. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, having kids will ultimately, like, change your marriage, just because it's not you and me anymore. It's like, it's you and me and it's my kid, or it's the kids. So we got to throw them into the equation. And sometimes that equation don't be mathing. And you see a lot of people go through a lot of struggles in their marriage once they actually do have kids.
Yeah,
it's definitely a expectation when you get married. Like, okay, married, house, kids. Like, and for me, I feel like I would prefer to get in that groove of being a wife, because everybody don't have that, like, example of what marriage and a wife and a husband is supposed to be like. So for me, really? I still feel like I'm figuring out the wife and marriage thing, even though we've been together for, like, I don't know, eternity. But I just feel like to add a kid it's a lot. Like, I'm still trying to enjoy this. Like, I want to travel. I want to just come home to my husband. And I think it's different for me because I work nights too. Yeah. So if I work nights and I'm taking care of 3 patients and I'm already neglecting myself for 12 and a half hours, I don't want to come home and you're crying. I don't.
Yeah, that's real. That's real.
I want to go to sleep. I want all the curtains closed. I want it pitch black. Hey, honey, how you doing? Sleep. Yeah. I'm not really interested in, like, and one day I will be, but I think everybody should just go at their own pace. It's okay to go at your own pace. You don't have to, like, I've been married for a year. It's time to get this house. Oh, I got this house. It's time for me to have a kid. Like, just because you have extra rooms, don't mean you need to fill them up. I don't know. Just, I don't know. Make your own, like, makeup room or some shit. I don't know.
That's cold. Just,
I don't know.
Wait, what you say? What you say that one more time?
Like, I just don't. I think that people just
extra room.
You don't need all of that. Oh, we got 4 bedrooms. Let's have 3 kids. Yeah, let's not.
She said, just because you got extra rooms, I mean, you gotta fill them up, Olo.
You gotta fill them up. That's legit.
Table, put a library. I don't know. Put a fucking
PS5 in there. Yeah.
Put your mic in there with the lights. Have a podcast.
That's real.
Chill out. Relax. The kids ain't going nowhere.
That's real.
I agree.
In order to be the best you got to be, the best you to provide, like, to be a good person, right? So that, I guess that gets us into our next question. I know, Chanel, obviously you're a nurse. You work the night shift. Darnell works for Fox. He's in the daytime, right? You guys have been married. So talk to us about like the structure of like your marriage. How does it work when you work nights, he works in the daytime? How do you guys make time for each other with the crazy schedules?
You want to jump in first?
No, I'll let you go first.
I'll jump. So yeah, no, it's definitely it's tough, man. It's tough some days, especially early on. I feel like there were times like before the pandemic when I used to be at work literally all like we had a production meeting like 7:30 in the morning. I wouldn't leave until like 4-ish. LA traffic, I'm in traffic for like an hour. So I'm not getting home till like 5-ish. She has to leave for work around 6-ish to get there at 7. So literally I would come home and it's like, hey baby, kiss, hug, and then like that's it. And then sometimes if I have a long day, I have to stay a little longer. It's times where I get home too late and I miss her and I don't get to see her for 24 hours or even 48 hours. So there was some time, especially early on, when I had to do that full shift. That was tough. I'm blessed now to where I don't have to be at work the entire day. So now, typically when she gets off in the morning from work, I'm still home and I get to at least see her when she get off. Talk about, hey, baby, how was last night? Kind of let her vent a little bit. We might have breakfast, we might not, but at least we have like at least an hour or so in the mornings when she get off to spend some time before I go to work. And then I'll say when she is off, we try to like maximize that time. Like we try to shoot prior to the night. We get done with the porch. She feel like it, I'm gonna go out to like this little bar and little spot and get some dinner, some wings, and some drink and just kind of chill. You know what I mean? And so we really try to maximize the time that we do have off because when we both do work, it is kind of tough. And a lot of nights I'm going to sleep by myself and she's at work, and it's just kind of just how the system works for now while she working the night shift. So, but I'll let you add to it.
What's the hardest part? I think the hardest part is having energy. Like working nights is a whole different thing. Like your whole clock it just don't make sense. Like to come home, take a brief nap, because it's not like you sleeping for 6-8 hours. You sleeping for what, 3 hours, 3.5 hours, and to get up and still have the energy to interact is a lot. Because I think people don't realize it's not just staying up all night. It's like I said, you neglecting yourself to a certain extent to make sure that other people are, stable and all that other stuff. And then to come home and to have to give energy, which is necessary. You need, that time with your spouse and everything, but it's a lot. Because sometimes I think, especially with Darnell is very high energy. Like people really don't understand how opposite we are. His energy level is unmatched. So when I come in the house, it's 8 o'clock, 8:30.
10.
He already on a business call. He already pacing the floor. He already like, you know what I mean? He ramped up, and I'm just like, close these blinds. Like I need time to myself to recharge, and then I can interact. It's a hell of a shift to be like, all right, I'm gonna go to sleep. Because it's time too. I'm going to sleep for 3 hours. I'm going to get up. Then we're going to watch TV. Then we're going to eat. And then sometimes I'm just like, I don't want to do shit. Yeah. Like most times I really don't want to do anything. I'm okay with sitting on the couch watching TV. As long as he's right there, that's good. Like, you know what I mean? We've been together so long. We don't need to do no exciting shit. Like, let's, rose petals. And I don't need all that. Like, I know him. It's fine. But it's different. I wish I could switch to day shift, but I like my money.
That's real.
Yeah,
that's real.
I do. I like my money. It's a hell of a difference when you want to be a normal person and wake up, have coffee, all that. Nah, I need that night money.
And you need bread out here, boy. It's so damn expensive. So.
Unless we're gonna be in a box under the bridge with homie. I need my money. So I mean, it's cool. Like we figured it out. It's okay, but it is a challenge. I would be lying if I say it's easy. It's not easy at all.
And I think that's facts. I think Kayla can probably speak to it. I'm still, obviously everybody's still learning. Like we'll be married 5 years in June. So it's still a point where like you still learning each other. You're kind of figuring out like what works best for you, and things like that. So it's situations where like, similar to y'all situation a little bit, because like obviously I have my own job where I go work and then I go coach football in the fall. So like I'll literally go leave the house at 7. And then go to football practice at 4 o'clock, and I don't get home to 8 or 9 o'clock. So imagine me doing that and then having 2 kids at home or having like a newborn at home. So obviously, You know, I always give her
and
flowers
then
for
you had a
doing that.
porch sometimes too on
And
like
then we had a porch
it'd
sometimes,
be like
you know what I
15-hour
mean?
days.
So
She been hanging in there with me. That's why I love her so much, because
Yeah.
you know she's allowing me to do something that I am really passionate about. But there are times too where, you know, obviously like maybe the day is over, right? And then I come upstairs, and similar to Chanel's point where I try to like love up on her and stuff. She's like, nope, I'm overstimulated. Like, give me some time to myself. And like that's what I'm learning too, is like, okay, people need time to recharge, to like collect themselves first before they can give off good energy to somebody else. So that's one thing that I am learning in my relationship. And I guess you can speak to that more than anybody, because I've learned that from you most of the time.
I think Chanel kind of hit it right on the head. Like, you have to make conscious decisions to do certain things. And I feel like that's the way that you get relationships or anything to work, right? So I wake up, get my babies dressed, and then one goes to school, one stays home, works with me. My husband comes home, hey, grab some food, leaves. And then I got bed, bath, the crying, the diapers. And then I'm like, I can either choose to have an attitude because now my house is dirty, I'm tired, these kids was bad, and then he can come in the house and I can have an attitude, or I can choose to be like, you know what, like, I am supporting my husband's passion at the time when I have something that's important to me. You know, he will, you know, reciprocate that energy. But right now I'm going to choose to be nice, you know, to welcome my husband into my day. And like you said, there's days where I'm like, please, them kids was on my neck like little animals. Like, I just don't need to be touched. I just need a minute to just get some water, use the bathroom, take a shower, like, and then I'll be ready for you. But I think just being able to communicate that, and also not like fault your partner. Like, if Chanel's tired, like, you have to understand, like, she has been on her feet. People been calling her, pressing that nurse's button. And it's like, you know, so you kind of just have to really be understanding, and you have to think. Like, I don't think people understand how much like thinking you have to actually do to say, okay, let me sit and think and really think about how their day went today, and then we'll move accordingly.
That's right. Now go ahead.
And I will say this, I think the biggest thing that I've learned in my 5 years of being married, and I'm still learning today, the biggest thing that allows relationships to be successful, it's two things. It's compassion, is having compassion, and it's being considerate. I think considerate is probably the biggest thing that makes relationships continue to thrive, because when you're being considerate, you're thinking of the other person, or you're doing things in a relationship that makes it easier on the partner's day to day. That stuff speaks volumes. It goes a long way. So it definitely took me some time where it's like, you know, if she has both of the kids, maybe I'm gonna put their clothes out, or maybe I'm gonna, you know, get their shoes ready, or get Brian Jr.'s book bag ready the night before. So that's just one less thing she has to do. Or, you know, maybe I'm gonna just order some food to the house. So that's one less thing she has to do. So, you know, obviously that just continues to fuel her, or fuel that partner. And then now they're able to give off better energy because they know that you've contributed in some fashion to whatever they had going on in the day. So consideration, I think, is like the biggest thing that I've learned. And I think, you know, obviously when people are continue to go through new marriages, need to continue to put in the forefront is like thinking about your partner and how you can make their life easier, or just making sure that you're always thinking about them.
Yeah, that's real. That's real. I think you said that before, like on a previous podcast. I think the topic had got brought up, and now that's definitely 100%. I feel like as a husband or a wife, like, you almost always have to think about your spouse with almost every decision. Like, even on little stuff, like if I'm come home from work and I'm stopping by the gas station because I need like a snack, I haven't ate all day, and I'm giving myself a bag of chips, I'm like, let me go ahead and get Chanel something too. Because I just feel weird coming home and like not getting her something, and I'm coming in with some stuff, and now I feel like I wasn't thinking of her. So
even if they say they don't want nothing, they still bring something. Even I don't want nothing, I'm like, I'm gonna get you something anyway.
Yeah. Just almost just to cover my ass too.
Almost like I'm
Right.
like, you just go ahead and bring this in the house for real.
Gonna have something to say.
If I come home, I ain't sure you ain't bring me no chips. Like, I got these for you, baby.
You want to split these? Look,
right.
look, you can have them. I don't even want them no more.
You come home with your favorite snack, talking about, I got this for you. Okay.
I figured we just share them. We trying to save money.
That's funny as fuck.
That's real. No, that's definitely real, man. One more time we got to hit on before we get to our quick hitters. This is one ball that you had brought up, is the social media, and I definitely want to hear our ladies' opinion on this one. Obviously, social media is playing a huge role in pretty much everybody's lives, especially our generation with millennials. But do you ladies think social media has played a part in like divorces or just an overall reduction in marriages? In terms of just, being distractions to others, or I feel like social media has made it harder for couples to be together and be committed and be focused in today's era compared to like our parents growing up, because it's just one less distraction that they had, and they didn't have access to the whole world. Now you gotta think like you can go on Instagram or whatever, Twitter, and communicate with somebody in China or something. You know what I'm saying? So it's almost like overstimulation, and people sometimes feel like they got more options than they really have. So I want to hear what y'all think though. Like, you think it's playing a role?
Yeah.
Explain why.
I really think social media is a problem in general. And I think the reason why it's a problem is it's just not realistic. And I think people, especially like when you emotional, you really don't know how to take that time and take your emotion and really just deal with it without strolling through trying to look at moments, because that's all you're looking at. You're looking at a moment. So I think people just need to really learn how to deal with their own shit without looking at everybody else stuff. Oh, this person happy. This person went to Paris or Tulum or whatever. And, you know, oh, he brought her flowers and da-da-da. And they don't know the backstory. He brought her flowers because Buddy was doing this thing. So I just really think people fantasize too much. They don't really want to deal with life for real. So they want to look at other stuff thinking that, oh, this is, you know, what I really want to do. And this is, you know, how he should treat me. And I think it's another avenue to look for something that you ain't got no business looking for, especially when it comes to men. I'm not trying to dish y'all, but men, they fantasize more than women do, in my opinion. So if they see something on Instagram, they sliding for sure. I'm just saying, like, oh, my girl, you know, pissed me off today. Here go her ass. Let me. I'm just saying that's how men.
She said, "Here go her ass." I'm sorry.
Think like. I don't know. Quick. Yeah, y'all need y'all ego stroke. Y'all need that love. Women do too. They just hella sneaky. Women are calculated. And I say this all the time, and nobody ever believes me. I'm not dissing no female. Like, I get it. Women are calculated as fuck.
Ooh, it's bad. And it's
well
bad.
Thought out. Already peeped it. I saw this in the corner. I'm already.
Don't be looking at me.
I'm just saying, no,
right. I
don't
Don't
do that.
No, the only reason why I say that, because we had an argument last week when I said that a woman cheating is worse than a man cheating for that specific reason. And she's like when a woman cheats, I definitely think it's worse, just because obviously they do it and they don't get caught, and they're so calculated where they can have it going on for time and time and time. A guy, he can run his mouth, whatever, and get caught, and then boom, bow, it's over. A woman can have a 3, 4, 5 year, 6 year affair because she's sneaky, she's calculated, she knows how to move, she doesn't run her mouth and stuff like that. Okay. And it's always worse. It's always worse, and it's always more of an emotional attachment, in my opinion, when women cheat than men. That's why I think it's, and that's obviously another case, but I was looking at her like that because we were talking about that, and that came up. So
I've always said that about women. Women are calculated in everything. It's not just relationships and cheating and stuff. Women are that's just how we program.
And it plays in y'all favor.
Y'all better at the bullshit than
y'all better at the bullshit. Exactly.
Better at the, is that an acronym? BATB. Better at the bullshit. BATB. Shirts, new Porch shirts made. BATB for all the women.
Gotta be calculated to get some shit done. Because y'all need help.
Yeah, what you think though? Let's get back to social media real quick. You think social media is messing up relationships? Talk to us.
I think a lot of things. I think a lot of outside factors affect relationships, but the way that social media affects it is because it gives you an audience for your relationship. And that some people actually consider a real audience. So every move that you make, you think you need to inform these people of what's going on, and that's not necessarily the case. So now when you mad, here you are posting a meme, or when you mad, you deleting all these pictures, and people are watching this and you know it. So because you have this audience, now you have brought them into your relationship, and it's almost like you're creating problems. And now it's the time that you could be spending resolving your issues. You scrolling on Instagram because you got an attitude, looking up stuff, posting stuff, and it's like, I feel like that part is the part that interferes with the relationship. This audience that now people think that they have, in reality, like, don't nobody care. People love, misery loves company, so they only love the bad stuff. Because the picture of you and your wife, it gets 10 likes, and then the meme or just a picture of you, you know what I'm saying? So people love when they think they know what's going on, or when there's something bad going on. They call that girl like, girl, you see D-Nail? He took them pictures down. I don't see no pictures of Chanel on his Instagram no more. What happened to them? And it's like, when you consider that kind of stuff, I think it plays a big part.
That's real. That's real. That's one of the things I learned early on. I think some people told me, like some OGs, like, one thing is, like, when you about to get married, like, keep people out your business, keep people out your relationship. You know what I'm saying? Family, friend, even close people. Like, keep it between you and your spouse, you and your loved one. Problems, whatever, y'all handle it. You start putting other people in your relationship, that's when a lot of issues start to come. And that's a good point, Kayla, because social media, I mean, everything's public. Everything's right there out in the open. So, no, that's definitely a good point there. 100%.
Yeah. Hey, so last question I gotta ask y'all before we transition is the cohabitating thing, right? So there was this study, I forgot what source it was, y'all, but I can give it to y'all later. But it was a source that said people who cohabitate are more likely to fall into divorce than people who don't cohabitate, right? So
before they marry?
Cohabitate before they marry, yes. So what is your thought about like cohabitating before you actually get married? Like, does it affect the relationship in a meaningful way, or does it hinder the relationship?
For the Porch fans out that are younger or they don't know what cohabitate mean, you're just saying living with them, but before you're married, correct?
Correct. Yep.
So we lived together before we was married, and I think it worked out pretty good, right?
Okay, I got two different views on this. No,
it's the Porch.
We use ourselves as an example.
Okay,
but I will say, I think the benefit of living separately is like you kind of, because when you come out of college or come out your parents' house or whatever your situation is, you living by yourself, you doing everything by yourself, cooking, cleaning, paying bills. You have that self before you collaborate with somebody else. But I really think it just depends on the person. I honestly don't think living together is that big of a deal. And that's just me, because it's like what you tripping about? You're gonna be an adult either way. We gotta cook, we gotta clean, we gotta make sure the bills are paid, all that stuff. But if that's just a conversation, you just talk about that. Hey, this is what needs to be done. How to you collaborate and say, how do you do stuff? Okay, well, let's do it like that. Whatever. That's just an adult. But I think the problem is people don't know how to, like I said, deal with self. Because when you bringing yourself into somebody else's space, you have to make sure yourself is you okay first. You coming from a different background, they coming from a different background, and you trying to create a new foundation. So I think that's the problem. I think when people come together, they haven't dealt with self yet, and when you collaborate with somebody else, it's like an explosion, and people don't want to deal with that. They like, oh, I love him, it's gonna be cool, whatever. It's not when you coming from some bullshit. You know what I mean? I think it's a deeper problem than just, oh, we live together and that's why we got a divorce because we ain't never lived apart. Nah, y'all both got some issues that y'all need to address. And nobody really want to talk about that. That's my opinion.
It's deep.
It sounds good to live by yourself, but I want pay bills with me. Shit, you know what I mean? Help me fold these clothes. I'm hungry. Can you cook today? Like, it's adulting. It's the same thing when you in college. You got a roommate. You still have to make a decision. Like, okay, you cooking today? Oh, I'm gonna get the groceries. It's just adult. I don't know. Yeah, that's just me, I guess.
Yeah, I see it both sides. Like, I feel like the more of an intimate relationship that you have with somebody, meaning space or just intimate, the clearer you see their flaws. So when you live with somebody, you get an accurate picture of just things that may be your ex, like, damn, this nigga do not know how to use the hamper, or like he really be using, leaving the top off the toothpaste, something like that. But it's like you can work through those early on, to where if you were, when you marry, you got your own stuff, you like your stuff a certain way, then your husband come and he's starting to jack stuff up. Those little things can cause big issues. But to me, when you cohabitate with somebody, those little issues are already handled on the front end. So like when after you're married, you kind of like, okay, we've already those little things like how you vacuum or how you put the toilet paper on the road, you know, stuff that just irritates you that may not be big. It's like, okay, we have looked past that. But on the other hand, because for Brian and I, we damn near like was living with each other. Like I haven't really lived in a space besides my roommate where I was by myself. So I feel like where I could see it could have been beneficial is kind of almost like I had to learn how to be alone in my own space. I was like, Brian, why you downstairs? And he like, because like what I'm like, come sit by me. And he like, damn, like I have been by your ass all day, Kayla. Like, give me a second to just, you know, watch the game or something. And so I feel like I had to learn, like, because I live with somebody, I didn't always have to be in their space. And so I do think that's the benefit of being able to live like by yourself, is because you can enjoy your own company rather than when you're always with somebody, you always want to be entertained or like, you know, just want to be near them.
That's facts.
That's interesting. That's an interesting point of view. I never thought about that. Like you always hear it the opposite way. Like I gotta learn how to be with somebody. Yours was flip. You was like, I gotta learn how to be by myself. That's deep right there.
Like I used to just pop down on the couch and he'd be like, hey, and I'm like, hey, like what we doing now? Let's play Uno or something going on. But
yeah,
I just think everybody just, you know, even though you got your wife, you got your husband, like there's a such thing as like too much of each other. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes you got to, you know, be away from each other just a little bit, you know, kind of get the missing feeling, or, you know, obviously like Chanel mentioned, like you got to just be in your own space. Sometimes you just need to have like just that isolation where you can recharge by yourself. And then that way you can provide your best self to that other person, right? I mean, obviously it's to each his own, though. There's a lot of people that are in each other's face like all day, every day, like 24/7. But that's like more honeymoon, like kind of beginning phases. Like it's going to get old quick, right? So just learning that, you know, you can be in the same, like Chanel mentioned it earlier, like, you know, you can be in the house and in the area and your presence alone is just good enough for me. Like I don't have to sit on top of you. You know what I'm saying? To, you know, get that feeling. Like she loves that. Like that's her love language, right? So I'll compliment her love language and you know, give her that. But there's times where, you know, we could literally be like, she could be in her own little world, like reading a magazine, you know, reading a book. I could be watching the game, and we're literally in each other's space, but we're not in each other's space though, if that makes sense. So
I'm weird because I'm either fully one way or fully the other. I grew up basically the only child. I have older siblings, but you know, same dad, different mom situation. So, and my little sister is such an age gap that she wasn't born until I was already like in high school damn near. So I was pretty much grew up the only child. So because of that, I'm okay with being like by myself sometimes, and I do need that space. There are times where she's at work at night, and I'm like this is a good time for me to just kind of reset. It's like it's been a hell of a week. It's been a lot going on. And I might be at the crib, just like I turn the TV on, and just chill on the couch, just thinking. Talking to myself, whatever, just trying to reset as me. But then on the other side, it's like she's home and I'm kind of like Kayla, like I'm all up under. I'm laying. Like I like to lay on Chanel all the time. Like that's my physical touch is my love language. So I like to lay on her. I want to know she there. You know what I'm saying? So, but it's like I'm either all the way right there, or I'm like, hey, go ahead and get some air. I'm trying to chill. Like, you know what I mean? There's no in between for me. It's weird. So I definitely feel it though.
You gotta, I'm not thinking, and that comes with like being in a marriage relationship. Like you just gotta learn, like nobody is compatible to the point where everything that you do and everything that I do is gonna be exactly the same, right? You gotta just complement each other, and it just goes back to just being considerate of, you know, what her love language is and what my love language is, and you know, complimenting each other and being considerate of those, and you know, trying to do both, and give us time at the same time. So, love that.
We dropping gems right now, man. If you think about getting married, listen in. We dropping gems. GEMS. I'm coming through the porch. You know I'm gonna start. Hey, come on, Bo. You know, hey, me and Bo used to be spitting on lunch breaks.
Crazy. Y'all got Snapchats from like 6 years ago on our lunch breaks. We used to just jump in the car and lunch break, go to Chipotle or go to Yats or something, y'all, and literally just hit a 15-20 minute freestyle out of the blue. We could have made a whole EP. I ain't gonna even cap with y'all.
Damn, bro, for real. We had some Chanel. Okay, we had some shit in that car. Like we was really just going through a lot of shit mentally and just letting it out.
Which I was doing. Thank you for calling You Just Worldwide. This is
Come on.
That's what I was on.
Hey, Bolo, hey, tell Kirby hire me back. I'm coming back. Fuck it. Hey, I'm ready to blitz tomorrow. I got 20 cars lined up.
God, stupid.
Only no training. I know how to do it still.
Oh my
Man.
God.
Oh man, shout to Curve, man. That's my guy. He's still
dog.
good people. That's my guy. So
He's stupid.
all right, man. I think it's time for our quick hitters, and man, and then we gonna let y'all go. These are just our random fun questions. Just want to hear y'all opinions on them. So I'm gonna get it started. Ladies, name one place that you've never been to that you truly want to travel to. Kayla, you can go first, and then Chanel, you can go. One place.
Thailand.
Tell us why.
I just want to do some exotic shit. That's just to be real. Everybody look like they be having fun, going down slides and shit. I want to go.
Okay. Thailand, Bolo. Okay. Chanel, what about you?
Probably Italy.
Italy. Okay.
Some
That's a good one.
pasta.
Homemade pasta with some real sauce, not Prego.
Not Prego.
And some wine, nice view. I'm all for it.
All right. So we got Italy, we got Thailand, Bolo. Take some notes. Take some mental notes. Don't scratch your nose, nigga. Don't scratch your nose.
We make that happen.
Yeah. Oh, we gotta talk to y'all. This is a side note. Maybe we do this off the porch. We're thinking about going to Jamaica for our anniversary. I know y'all went there for your honeymoon.
Please go.
But we're gonna need some game from y'all because we ain't never been. So just throw that, put that on your radar.
Facts. We got you, bro.
Got you. Okay. So I was gonna ask the baby how to have a boy question for this segment, but we threw that earlier. So I have a what would you do scenario. So if you had the choice of maintaining your current lifestyle, your current, relationship the way it is right now, or not seeing or talking to your spouse for 1 year, but immediately afterwards you get $1 billion, which one would you choose? Like, would you maintain your same life the way it is right now, same money, or sacrifice not seeing your spouse or talking to him or her for a year, and then you get $1 billion? Talk to us right now.
Well, I can go first.
Yeah, go.
I ain't gonna cap with you. Like, I would definitely want to take the $1 billion, but having a kid now and just seeing where we are in life right now, like, life is too short for me to be missing like a whole year of life from like my wife, my kids, and stuff like that. So like, I would definitely just appreciate where I am right now. You know what I'm saying? Just because I don't know where life would take us in a year. So, with having kids and having a wife, there's so many milestones that I think we'll be coming across here in the year. So like, say, for example, it's January now and this is the whole year. Like, I'll miss my 5th year anniversary, right? I'll miss my kid turning 4. Kayla's turning 30 this year, so I'll miss that. I got my other son turning 2. So there's just a lot of things that I wouldn't want to miss necessarily for $1 billion. Like, I would love the bread, you know what I'm saying? But, I still would take the bread and then still be thinking back like, damn, I missed her 30th. They had a great ass time. I feel like a horrible person, or I missed his birthday. Like, my son was looking for me, like things like that. Like, even when I go out of town,
real, but that 31st and that 5th birthday gonna be crazy.
Gonna be lit.
And that 31st
ain't
gonna
that
be
it?
wild.
Ain't that it? But no, I'm gonna take the constant. Who I'm playing? Give me that $1 billion, huh?
There we go. Give me that $1 billion.
Baby. Look, we gonna be good for life, y'all. I ain't gonna leave cap. It sound good. Wasn't that just the script? It sound good. I would want that, but
like, damn,
give me the money. Give me the money. Look,
we gonna take your ass over there. I'll see you in a year, nigga.
Yeah, you see me in a year. People do it all the time, bro.
Years fly by.
Hey, look at it. It's 2023 already.
Yeah,
I was born 94. Shit, it's
Y'all
quick.
ain't right. Y'all ain't right.
So now what you doing?
Absolutely not.
Oh, you
No,
staying with me?
absolutely the fuck not.
So that means I'm worth $1 billion, huh?
Anyways, all I'm saying is, for me,
That's Detroit right there.
a year.
That's a long time.
You gotta think about, like,
Long
let's
time.
just be real about a year.
About
No
that.
talking. I can't see you. Like, what the fuck for?
A lot of toys,
Like,
a lot of lotion. Yeah, he goes.
No, I don't know.
Damn.
No, I'm irritated after like 2-3 days. Like, where the fuck you at?
Hey, she do be getting salty. Like,
Like,
when I be trying for work, she like, you been gone forever. I'm like, it's been 48 hours.
fuck have you been? No. I can't. I can't. I think it's different for me because he really like he really my best friend for real. I'm not doing that.
Oh, that's sweet.
No.
That's real
You about to
sweet.
crown the porch.
You fuck with
You
a
know
nigga.
about to crown the
know
porch,
what I mean?
y'all.
You fuck with a nigga heavy.
Fuck that billion. We can make a billion. We can figure it out. No.
We're gonna figure it out too. The Porch gonna make a billion. The Porch gonna make a billion. Hey, I put it in the air right now, Bolo. The Porch making a billion. The Porch making caffeine. What's up? Tier 2. We need that bread. Believe. What's up? Everybody hurry up. We gonna sell the Porch on the. Hey, come on, stop playing.
I can't be a year without this.
I can't.
Screaming.
That energy. Oh my God, it's contagious. It's contagious. So obviously, before we end the show, I gotta ask, we gotta wrap up on this note. Obviously, there's people either engaged, somebody that's in the first year of marriage, or people just figuring it out. So for y'all, we gotta ask y'all, what is the key to having a lasting marriage?
Communication, and keep the fun. You know what I'm saying? Like remember your why. Remember how and why you attract each other from the jump, and don't lose sight of that. Like, don't get tired of showing effort, and don't get tired of, from my perspective, bringing your girl flowers, holding the door open, doing the quote unquote little things that you did from the jump to impress her and bring her in. Like, maintain that. So I understand life gets busy, things change, but if you want to continue to grow and learn more about each other, keep that communication going and just continue to just give effort. You know what I'm saying? I think if you just actually care about the person and you just try to do things and make them happy, it'll keep flowing. So.
Oh, for me,
did I nail it? I don't know.
A little bit. It was all right. I think.
Say it's the porch.
Man, I be trying not to go too far. I think to have a successful marriage, I think for me, I think you should be okay with yourself first. Cause like a lot of times, like you be seeing people that marriage is so messed up and they be like, oh, well, he didn't do this right, or he didn't do this right. They never want to take accountability for self. But like I said, you got to put time into making sure you okay mentally, spiritually, that you recharging, that you have yourself together so you can give to somebody else. And I think as long as you got yourself in check, it should be okay. You should be able to do your thing and don't listen to divorced people. I think divorced people be trying to give advice, and most of the time it come off real bitter. And I feel like, because I don't have people to be like, oh, so-and-so married, I can go to them for advice. Most of the people in my family are divorced, like all of them. So sometimes you listen to people and you be like, yeah, I'm not going to listen to you because I'll be divorced next. Because they just give off bitter, and you could tell like they got some stuff going on with them that they need to fix. And when you try to make it seem like, oh, it was all that person, you be like, nah, I can't take advice from you. Just like you can't take advice from your single friends. What they going to tell you about being married? They can't tell you nothing. So I feel like as long as you get good advice from people who heart is in the right place and who know something about marriage, I think you should be okay. But don't listen to divorced people. No, don't.
That's real.
They don't be knowing. That's why they divorced. They don't know.
Love it.
I love my husband so deep. So my advice is this: choose love, understand that there will be difficulties, but do not make them your norm. And peace should be the baseline, right? So understand, there's going to be some issues, but it's not going to be every day. We can't allow it to be every day. And peace is the goal.
Hello, we're dropping gems, Bolo. I see why you married her. You took that knee, didn't you? She didn't take the knee to you. You took the knee to her. He getting nasty on the porch. I like that. Now the porch after that's why I got 2 boys.
Oh,
come on, man.
That part.
That's
why we got 2 boys.
Yeah. We on the porch with okay, Bolo fans.
Come
what
on,
about you, real quick? What about you? Don't be shy. It's the porch.
I mean, I just think at the end of the day, I think it's just being able to understand. I think as guys too, we are very what's the word I'm looking for? Like stubborn naturally. We want to have our way sometimes and control the wheel all the time. I think one of the biggest things that I've learned that it's okay to let her drive sometimes. It's okay to let her make a decision. I don't have to, obviously I can put my stamp on it, towards the back end, but I ain't always like, I think we live in a time where, it's okay. Like I trust her. I believe in her judgment. I know that, my kids, anything that she does is going to be in the best interest of me or my kids or the house, whatever. So it's okay for her to make some decisions and then consult with me and go from there. Right. So just being able to understand, being able to just, know that she has power within this marriage as well. And obviously just continuous love and like just being considerate, man. Everybody have their own internal battles too that they go with personally, obviously being a mom or being a husband or being a nurse or being, whatever you are, everybody has different identities in different areas of life. Like you just got to respect those different areas and, just try to help them out in their day-to-days. And like you said, sometimes I think one of y'all mentioned it too. It's just like being able to just sit down and understand and just listen. Because sometimes people just want to just get things off of their chest. And obviously they don't need, sometimes Kayla, one thing I did learn from Kayla, she told me one time, like, Brian, when I'm talking to you, like, you don't necessarily have to respond to me or give me an answer to something. Like, you always think you just got the answer for what I say. Like, I just need you to just listen and just take it in. That's it. I just want to get it out. Right. So now I'm just learning to just be, listen, be an open ear, you know what I mean? Somebody that she just wants to confide in and just talk to. Like, I'm not going to turn into, Dr. Phil or whatever is going on. I feel like I got the answer, like, because I don't always have the answers. I ain't got the answer, Sway. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we force it, right? But going back to that love thing and being considerate is the biggest thing. That was a little long-winded, but y'all get the point.
No, I think that's real because, one quick thing we close out, like, I'm always looking, maybe this is just a manly thing. I'm always looking for like a solution in every situation. So yeah, if my wife is like venting something or complaining about something, I'm always trying to like, well, did you do this? Or what if you tried this? My intentions are pure, but like you just said, Bolo, sometimes like they just want to just be quiet and listen. I'm not even trying to, I don't care about none of that. Just listen to me. So that is a struggle that I definitely have. So I'm gonna keep working on it.
All right, tell these people to get married. Don't let people convince y'all it's just a piece of paper, because so is a dollar bill, but we work hard for that. So we gotta just work for what you want, and that's it.
Freestyle real quick, Kayla. Close it out. Freestyle real quick, Kayla. What's on your mind?
I can't.
On the spot. She on the spot.
Do it for the West Side.
I'm gonna get it one day out of her, bro. She'll never be trying to laugh for me.
Next statement, y'all gonna all be shook.
Hey. It's okay. Marriage is great. Don't worry about it. We work hard for everything else. You can work hard to be in a marriage.
Yeah.
Your marriage is not going to look like everybody else's. You're creating something with your own person. So don't worry about it. Get married and see what happens.
Boom. And before we close the show, just know this: marriage is work. All right. Understand, in a marriage, it's preventative. All right. Get ahead of the issues, right? You ain't got to work on something just because it's bad. All right. Work on something, even if you look ahead and you think this is something we need to fix, let's get ahead of it. Right. So be preventative in your marriage. You feel what I'm saying? Even the people who getting married are going through counseling, whatever, be preventative. Get ahead of the potential issues that you see. You know what I'm saying? This is the Porch Podcast.
Yes, it is.
Hey, we just did what we did. And we had our beautiful wives on the show to show us love, get a Porch insight. Hopefully y'all take away some game from this, y'all. Hopefully we didn't keep y'all too long, but it was a message that y'all definitely needed to hear.
Word.
Yes, we love it, man. And I gotta say this, we got the Black Queens too. I'm not against nothing else, but Black man, it's okay to get you a beautiful Black woman. It's more than okay. I almost want to say it's a thing to do, but I ain't. That's a different conversation. But we love y'all. We on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Believe, Caffeine, the Porch Podcast _ and make sure you stay, baby. I gotta squeeze it. Come on now, you my baby. Make sure you stay tuned in to the end of this, because right now our guy VIP Watts is about to close the show. He's the theme song. It's the best song on the podcast. And Bolo, how do we end every single show?
Just make sure the best you
is the best you, and we out. Peace.
Started on the porch, that was where it all began. Had to put in work every day, we got it in. Chased all our dreams and now they can't believe it. We make it look easy, we achieving everything we needed. Now we undefeated. If we link, no, it's only business. If we get to speak and leave them speechless. I did things for free, but now it costs to see me. When you see me, you ain't gotta greet me. Just don't plot to sneak me. I'ma see it, I'ma stop and watch you lose and get defeated. What do we bleed? Came from the jungle, we humble but hungry and hunting defeat. the seed. We came from nothing to something, now up in the lead. Now we ain't coming in peace, hunting for blood and to crush everyone in the league. We got a reason, we put in work every day of the week, every month, every season. So many schemes, had to go hard for the team. We gave our all and succeeded, came from the deep end. Warming up pots, cooking ramen at times, that was all we was eating. Now we be feasting, 5-star restaurants every week. Whole team dripping cloth and it's seamless. They looking hard when we step on the scene. Call us outcasts, we so fresh and so clean. Ain't about cash, please don't ask for a meeting. Just hit the stoop out the spaz on the beat. Nah, it ain't rude if you ask for the feet. Just play it cool when I tax you the fee. We need a pool in the back with a cord and a board that gon' jump off and splash for the heat. Live for the day, cause the past can determine the future or where you gon' actually be. Keep staying present, our presence a blessing. It's all that we have and we actually need. I'm taking action with passion, detaching the ones who keep acting attached to leech. I am no pastor, but actually preaching. Look up these lyrics and actually read. That was where it all began. Had to put in work, every day we got it in. We chased all our dreams and now they can't believe it. We make it look easy, we achieving everything we needed. Now we undefeated. If we link, no it's only business. If we get to speak and leave them speechless. I did things for free but now it costs to see